How are you guys feeling toward Gregg Berhalter? Because we are getting some pressure to, make a final decision on whether he should be fired immediately or if we're going to become his staunchest defenders.
I want to be. I before I answer the question, I want to say Archetype, the guy who said that. I really like him. He is
Me
really
too.
frustrated by. He's really frustrated by Gregg Berhalter, but he is a fascinating person. Uh,
Yes.
and he's interested in many other things besides soccer. Very interesting guy. I really like him. I am frustrated with Gregg Berhalter. I can't. I'm not going to call for his head though. Like I think Archetype wanted us to choose one or the other. Either we back him no matter what, or we call for his head. And there's too much room in the middle there, for me. So I'm sorry if that's not satisfactory, but I'm not there yet. I will say I am annoyed with the Shaq Moore thing. I wish we would have I wish we would have played a midfield that could like be more fun. Because Berhalter talks like he wants to possess the ball and disorganize the opponent with the ball, but then the players who actually know how to do it, they get to come off the bench.
Yeah.
The players who have the chops to do it, they come off the bench. And this is just I'm not like this isn't like a big referendum on Berhalter. We're talking about what happened yesterday. It's what happened. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not that happy with him.
I would say I'm frustrated with it. Like as frustrated as I can be about a January cap match. But the thing that pulls out the frustration though is when I get these texts. When I get the text from my boy, when I pull up to my little work brunch today that I just went to, my boss looked at me, and he's like, "Man, what was up with yesterday?" I had a USMNT jacket on, and he's like, "Man, what's up with yesterday, man? Our offense just can't get it done." It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? When like I said before, when you get to the point where you gotta explain what the hell's going on as far as like, oh, these aren't our guys. These are the real guys. They play blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Weston's playing at 12:45. We should turn that. As soon as you get into all that, you've lost. You've lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
people don't want to hear all that.
that's what pulls the frustration out. And yeah, like I said, I don't think the team was necessarily set up to do what they needed to do, or at the very least, the ideas that Greg had in his head of how to get done what we needed to get done did not work and seemed like they were avoidable mistake. Like I said, the fact that Shaq Moore receiving the ball over there against a touchline 1v1, like not everything on Shaq Moore being ass is on Shaq Moore. Some of this is like, okay, I would say Atencio. Take Atencio out that midfield, move Diego Luna into the midfield, get another attacker on, keep Shaq back, and have him throw in like uncontested crosses as a support attacker if need be. But anyway, yeah.
I thought Kumungo,
Hold on. Waki, you be throwing these things out and like you just sit out the way. How do you feel?
He's my favorite coach in the world.
Okay,
I'll back him out. What? We can lose every game. We can lose every game.
I guess I shouldn't even ask, but he's not delivering on the content piece as much, is he?
No, he isn't.
So how do you feel about that?
I wish he would do, funnier things on the field.
So how long of a leash do you have before you start to get frustrated?
I guess I could like give a real answer. I could do that.
I would like
it seemed
that.
Like I wonder, is the reason he doesn't play the more exciting players that we wanted to see, and maybe they just couldn't play 60 minutes? If not,
that's
then
possible. That's possible. That's a decent potential explanation. I think the argument that the result doesn't matter, so we should all just accept it doesn't really fly with me, because if the result doesn't matter, let's either A, have fun, or completely lean into the Olympic roster stuff and not do this like half measure stuff. So
I guess my thing is he is going to be the coach. for
Right.
the World Cup, I assume, unless I guess
Unless
not the
Copa
World
goes
Cup.
really badly.
Certainly Copa, obviously. Unless it's a train wreck in Copa and the players rebel.
Yeah, if we get like grouped or something, I think it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Really, we've talked about it. The man's on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying?
We did put
And
him
he's
on
on-
the hot seat. You're right.
And he is on the hot seat because it's a shit I get off the pot type situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like we need to see progress with this group leading into the 2026 World Cup. And people think that maybe if we have a bad spring, summer, Berhalter won't be removed. And I feel like that World Cup is the thing that's going to keep everyone honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have time. We are holding the world's greatest, largest sporting event in America with this generation of players that we believe. And even if you don't believe, the evidence is starting to become such that it would make a believer out of anyone that we can make some noise in that tournament. You know what I'm saying? So the steward, the one that's guiding the group, need to see some results in it. But Milwaukee, I want to get back to the fact that like how frustrated are you going to get on the content side? Like you know what I'm saying? How many games does he have?
No, I mean, he had gotten to the
Pass for
point
you to
that
get?
him doing weird stuff had gotten boring anyway. So I like that he's reset.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense.
And then another reason I have trouble getting, I don't get too worked up about it is I think managers matter less than everyone else thinks. I don't know that. That just kind of feels like it. And so they still matter, but then I am cautious about having too strong of an opinion about a manager because, they just come on.
I think that's wise.
Soccer players running around out there.
Yo, I thought the same exact thing, and a lot of it is because of what we've seen through that first cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like, Berhalter ball looked madly hopeless for the most part until MMA rolled out there for the first time, and then that was like a spark that, like, hey, we can do something. And then you inject Tim Way into the group, and then you see how much better he makes our attack. Just the presence of him, and so that makes me lean to your side, Wagi, for the most part. And that's what informs most of my opinions on our manager.
I think if we had one of the best managers in the world, that would probably help. But yeah. I'm not confident just some, reasonably successful coach in Europe is necessarily going to make the team play better.